There are rumors galore. There are a lot of things happening because we are 8 days away from the NFL draft. So let's get right to it because I want to talk about best fits for one particular player. Mel Kiper talked about it with Shadur Sanders, believing that he seems similar to Drew Brees and that his best fit is definitely New Orleans. Would you agree with that?
I think it's a good fit. First of all, it's not a very good division, so he doesn't have to go against great defenses. You know, Tampa's defense is usually pretty good. The one thing where it might not be a good fit, Rico, is you have a rookie quarterback with a rookie head coach. That's not necessarily a great thing with Kellen Moore and Shadur Sanders. So, you know, maybe from management's perspective, we're going to let this stuff play out a little bit to let both of these guys, you know, go through growing pains. But I don't know, rookie coach, rookie quarterback, I don't think the recipe is that wonderful.
Before you answer, Rico, let me give you part of his reasoning.
Okay.
Indoor stadium. Not the strongest arm. He will play indoors. That helps.
Mm-hmm.
You agree?
I wasn't even looking at that because the arm strength thing, look, if you can make passes, that's all people care about, okay? You can throw the ball and you're inaccurate, but you can throw it 75 yards, no one cares. You're still going to be out the league. And let's face it, most passes aren't going to be going 60 yards down the field. Most of your passes are going to be somewhere between 5 and 15 yards. But I do think this is a good fit for him. One, New Orleans is off the radar. New Orleans media is not going to be following. He won't become that sideshow. And as a matter of fact, I mean, think about it. Zion Williamson, different sport. Zion's gone down to New Orleans, and we only hear about Zion when he gets injured.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, injured or when he's got a bunch of baby mamas out there fighting each other. Other than that, you don't hear about Zion in New Orleans. Shadur can go down to New Orleans and just be a regular person. And Kellen Moore, even though he's a first-year coach, he's an offensive-minded coach.
Right.
He can design, and Kellen's smart enough to know, I got to design something because if he succeeds, I succeed, my paycheck is linked to him. I got to make sure that he goes down there and Ben Johnson's this thing, and I'm going to create an offense just for Shadur.
Let me take you back to a time last draft of one Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia. No Lions fans, I'm not trying to bring nightmares to you. There's going to be a reason here. Tua was in that draft. We all remember this.
Yeah.
The debate was, should they take a quarterback or not? And a lot of people believe they should take a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
There, he's available, take the quarterback. Well, they decided to take Jeff Okudah to probably what? Save their job, to try to win immediately instead of developing a quarterback. I give you one Joe Shane. Joe Shane today said he doesn't think it's mandatory to draft a quarterback this year. Says, yeah, if the value matches up with what we have on a player, I'm not going to force it if it's not the right value. If the board lines up when we're on the clock, we'll go with it. I'm not going to be backed into a corner on that. Did he just fire himself?
Kind of.
Maybe, but you know what? Organizationally, I think that's the right thing to do, actually. You got two veteran quarterbacks. Granted, they're not great in Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson. Arguably, either Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter will probably be your pick unless you trade down. And if Ward's not taken, if Ward's not available, which of course he's not going to be, you're not going to take Shadur Sanders or Dart with the third pick. If you trade down, okay, that's a different discussion. But no, if they take either Hunter or Carter, one of those two, whoever available, that's a smart move for the organization. Or Mason Graham even.
See, but here's the thing. This is why you can't let guys that you think are lame duck GMs make picks like this because you're not making the smartest pick. You are selfish. It's human nature. You are in CYA mode.
Right.
You're trying to, who can help us right now? Okay? You're not really thinking about the future. You're thinking about, I want to make another pick next year after the season. So if I take a quarterback, it means we're going to lose games. And I can't afford to lose games. In Shane's perfect world, Cleveland takes Shadur.
Yes.
And he could, guys, I was going to take him, but he's not there. So now I got to take Carter because he's the best available player. and now he has no pressure on him. But if not, everybody will be following what happens with Shadur. And if Shadur, let's say he plays the way the previous couple of number 2 quarterbacks selected have played, because they've outplayed the number 1 guy.
Jaden Daniels for
so
one.
So if Jaden Daniels and C.J. Stroud, if he pulls one of those, he's fired anyway.
Yeah.
So, Rico, I want to know if you think that this is true. This is going to happen. This is from Jordan Schultz. He says, quote, Ole Miss QB Jackson Dart is unlikely to fall out of the first round of the draft. Do you believe that?
Yeah, I mean, I believe that he won't fall out the first round because he's getting that first-round grade. And if you believe that Jackson Dart can be your quarterback, you have to take him in the first round so that you get that extra year. You get that 5th year. There's no point in taking him high second round because now – the clock is already, you're a year behind. So, yes, this is where you move up. You do like what Baltimore did. You move up. Even if you got to get him with the last pick of the first round, you still own that 5th year. So, I don't think he makes it out of the first round.
The only team who, if they keep their pick from 20 on, who could probably use a quarterback for their future is the Steelers. Because then you got the Chargers.
We need a quarterback for right now.
Okay.
But see, this is but Stoney, here's where
it's trading up. Like the Giants.
I was about to say the Giants
could trade
say,
back.
Hey, pick up the phone.
Hey, Brad.
I was going to say call up Philly. Hey, Philly, swap 3 picks with us.
Well, it's interesting you say that because on a they do have a rumor here. Peter Schrager does that the Giants could be a possibility to trade back up for Shadur. So they take Abdul Carter at 3. And then at some point, Shadur keeps falling, and they trade up ahead of the Steelers to get Shadur.
That's possible. That would make sense.
And see, I think if Shadur is still gone, then you trade up, and that's where maybe you go with the Lions or Eagles. Hey, want to trade back 3 spots? You'll still get your guy. Let us get this, and we'll throw in an extra 3rd round this year and a 3rd rounder next year.
Or do the Giants just say, you know what, we'll roll the dice that Dart is still there, although Cleveland might take him.
See,
who's got the first pick of the 2nd round, and then the Giants will just say, you know what, we'll be cool, we'll take Milroe.
No, you want that extra
year. Yeah.
That's why. So if you believe
it's the Lamar Jackson
guy,
thing, yeah.
If you believe he's that guy for you, you move up and you get him and you own that 5th year.
So I want to know.
If not, you got a Hendon Hooker situation.
Oh, my gosh. Or maybe Russell Wilson situation. 3rd round quarterback, became a star. I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, trust Niners wish they still had that extra year on Purdy.
Let me give you a quote here from one Jerry Jones, and did he kind of give away a strategy? He says, I don't necessarily see us moving up based on the way the board is coming together, but could see a situation where we move down. Are you kind of giving away your strategy here?
I don't think they know what they're doing.
No, I don't think it gives away. What strategy? Because they're being mocked by a lot of people to take a receiver, whether it's Golden or the kid from Arizona, or maybe even Hampton, the running back. So that's what everybody thinks they're going to do. And one of those 2 or 3 are going to be there if they do trade down, probably even into like 19, 18.
Or it's what Rico said. They don't know what they're doing.
Right.
That's live at Cowboys headquarters. I mean, seriously, the Cowboys have become the Raiders of the state of Texas. You sit back just to watch what they're going to do. Like, wait. Dallas is about to pick. Shh, quiet. And you just wait. And in the end, you just like.
And then I'll close it out with this because Cam Ward was on Fortnite last night, and there was some NFL. There was an NFL guy on there. Decided to ask him some questions, and did he kind of give away where he's being drafted? They asked him the best receiver in the game. He says Calvin Ridley. The best running back. He says Tony Pollard. The best head coach. He says Brian Callahan. Of course, yes. Titans. Everyone believes he's going to the Titans. My question to you, though, is how shocked would you be if the Titans don't take Cam Ward?
I'd be stunned. Absolutely stunned.
I mean, David, I think at this point they pretty much locked up the contract.
Yeah.
And it's just They've already talked numbers. They've already talked everything with the agent. I mean, I think it's a done deal. I don't think anybody's going to come in with some sweetheart deal and just – I thought that was a few months ago, but I think Tennessee has said we need a guy.
Yeah.
We need a guy. It's going to be him.
And we need a guy who's not going to, like, eat mayonnaise on weird things, too.
Or that.
Or drink it.
Can't have him be a quarterback. You're exactly right. Can't be your franchise.
You know what?
quarterback.
All I got to say is if he was winning,
I know.
But that's the problem.
At concession stands.
He has a commercial. The minute you don't win, everyone now then laughs at you.
Right. All that stuff came out before he was even drafted.
And people said don't draft him because of it.
And Baker Mayfield's like, yeah, Cleveland, that's still my house.
Yeah, Cleveland's dumb. But, they're Cleveland.
That's still my house, Cleveland.
That's what they do. That is in football today.